नाथाय माणिक्य प्रभवे गजानन श्री गुरु यतीन्द्र राघवेंद्राय परम पूज्य अवतार अवधूत जगद्गुरु श्री दत्त गणपत सच्चिदानंद दत्तप्पाजी श्री रामकृष्ण परमहंस महाराज शारदा माताये रमण महर्षि महाअवतार बाबाजी महाराज लाहिरी महाशय युक्तेश्वर गिरी योगानंद गौरंग निताई चैतन्य महाप्रभु त्रैलिंग महाराज भेट नारायण सदाशिव ब्रह्मेंद्र महाराज नीम करोली बाबा महाराज श्री लक्ष्मी गणपति लक्ष्मी नारायण नागजटा जयलक्ष्मी माता जिल्लेलमुడి माता आनंदमाई आदिगुरु शंकराचार्य चंद्रशेखर सरस्वती महाराज महाअवतार बाबाजी महाराज लाहिरी महाशय युक्तेश्वर गिरी योगदानंद नागजटा जयलक्ष्मी माता अनघा समेत गुरुदत्त महाराज तारा माता की जय हो जय हो। श्रीपादराजम शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीपादराजम शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीपादराजम शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीपादराजम शरणं प्रपद्ये। Dear all divine associates and disciples of Samasta Guru Mandali, today also Jaya Nama Guna Sankeerthana is blessed to continue the Satsanga as a part of Bhakti Kriya Yoga. Samasta Guru Mandali and His Holiness Parama Pujya Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja and ours Paramahamsa Jagadguru Yogananda Maharaja blessed us to relearn the autobiography of a yogi, wherein which in the process of relearning we have been successfully blessed to relearn a perfume saint displays his wonders. The perfume saint named as Gandha Baba. So yesterday in our satsanga, Yogda Maharaja and the satsanga which is taking place between the tall wandering sage and Yogda Maharaja. So we have relearned that no mortal force these to be overcome by a harrowing array might or array of might. Omnipresent, unresting, pursuing man, even in sleep, subtly equipped with miasmic weapons, these soldiers of ignorant lust seek to slay us all. Thoughtless is the man who buries his ideals, surrendering to the common fate. May he seem other than impotent, wooden, ignominious. Look at that. So, Yogda Maharaja yesterday has made us to understand that unresting, pursuing man even in sleep are the miasmic weapons, internal enemies, and these Paramahamsa Jagadguru, ours Yogananda Maharaja said that these soldiers of ignorant lust seek to slay us all. That means they even sukshmantara, sukshmetara, very subtle. So thoughtless is the man, that is still state. No thoughts, divine. Full of thoughts, material life. Simple. So thoughtless is the man who buries his ideals, surrendering to the common fate. So Yukteswar Giri Maharaja also used to say this, that thoughtless is the man who buries his ideals to the or surrendering to the common fate. Now, satsanga continues like this. So, we also understood that we need to use Viveka. That means a miasmic weapon. It is very poisonous. And in any split of second, it may crop up. So, we have to be very alert. And the weapon of these ignorant and lusts is a subtle mental cloudiness which or that suffocates our discrimination, which is covered. Viveka, discrimination means Viveka. So we cannot find out. It is almost cloud which is suffocating or closing our eyes to see. So Yogda Maharaja says we have to be very, very careful. And more importantly, the thought which crops up in our brain or from ourselves may not be harmful, but it will harm the spiritual sadhaka. And also the egotist or ego will play such a trick game, a compromise will be seen as reasonable until we surrender spiritually to the holy feet of Guru or God. So, The satsanga continues like this. Thoughtless is the man who buries his ideals, surrendering to the common fate. May he seen other than impotent, wooden, ignominious. So Yogda Maharaja was been doing satsanga with that wandering sage, and the discussion or satsanga continued like this. So what does it mean, common fate? Parama Puja Yukteswar Giri Maharaja always used to say that the tragedy of the common fate is nothing but to burn our ideals and surrender everything to the gods and accept it. So it is a state of average human being who has completely given up the fight, mistaking biological conditioning for freedom. He paints a devastating portrait, the material man, of his surrendered state. So he is thinking that he is surrendered, but it is not so. So completely powerless over one's own, Yukteswar Maharaja says, one's own the impulses. We will become a slave to the next chemical spike in the brain. So we have to be very, very careful. So very, and we also sometimes become very rigid and like a Yukteswar Giri Maharaja says, impotent, wooden, and ignominious. So, right, dead to true spiritual intuition and moving mechanically through life like a puppet pulled by sensory strings. So, senses will try to always pull us back. It's not that easy. So, that's the reason all Sadgurus say spirituality is like walking on water. Anytime we may get drowned, we have to be very careful. Even this subtle and subtle, very subtle, the samskaras, mudras, or the impressions which you have been carrying since ages or since life after life will spike in the brain, and our ego will compromise on that. For instance, yesterday we also relearned with the blessings of Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja and Jagadguru, our Sri Ramakrishna Paramsa Maharaja, that we don't know from where it comes. We always try to, we means, sorry, Shivarna. Shivarna always tries to protect his ego and shade it. If someone says, Shivarna, you're great to that to this, so he'll feel very happy. If someone says, Shivana, you're bad, like that, he will demoralize. Or if to that extent, if he demoralized Shivana and did not react, at least to some extent, that is good. But Shivana will not do that. Shivana will try to take revenge. How he says that I am bad, what he knows. So he started thinking. So these are all our chemical reactions which will spike in our brain and make almost become hurdles in our spiritual progress. So we have to completely, deeply bury it. And most importantly, Yogda Maharaja says that may he seen other than impotent, wooden, ignominious. So what does it mean? Very simple. So, existing in a state of deeply buried, unacknowledged shame, having traded the infinite inheritance of the seer for a handful of passing psychological thrills. That's what we have to relearn. That means lower chakras and higher chakras. So, Yogda Maharaja says that lower chakras, where silently the soldiers hunt inner enemies and energy bleeds out as lust, greed, jealousy, angerness, whatever it is. That is important and wooden state. Now, higher chakras, when we start moving the spiritual sadhaka from Muladhara and Svadhisthana and Manipura, or Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, slowly when we reach to the higher chakra, Anahata, at least energy is crystallized. where the seer abides. So we have seen total experience minus the seen is equal to seer. So energy is crystallized as ojas. That is what very important. So then spiritual radiance and clarity. Whatever we are doing, there will be a clarity. So Yogda Maharaja is continuing his satsanga and says, asking, respected sir, see, what we have to relearn is the moment when we see sage, because he renunciated everything, all the worldly matters, and his code of conduct is very disciplined and always towards Godhead. So Yogda Maharaja is blessing us to relearn whenever a sage is seen. At least if you do not have, or if we do not have time, at least in heart or in mind, we have to pray our offerings through Namaskara. Certainly, it may not be possible every time that go and bow and fall on the holy feet of a sage. Anyhow, the sage is a sage. So Yogda Maharaja says, see how respectfully he's talking, is telling us, respected sir, have you no sympathy for the bewildered masses? You are telling, yes, spirituality is walking on water until you burn, until you burn the samskaras and that ego state. It is not possible. So don't you feel, respected sir? How about no sympathy for bewildered masses? Now look at this. So Maharaja says that what is that you often, like, what you wanted to, don't you have that sympathy for all the masses? Of course, we have also relearned that God is not for masses. Until you try, you have to do a labor of 8 hours to 10 hours minimum a day to at least, at least to get blessings. Just imagine. We have to feel that is our family member. That faith has to be developed. So then he says, who? The sage. To whom? To Yogda Maharaja. So Yogda Maharaja is asking, respected sir, have you no sympathy for the bewildered masses? You're telling that thoughtless is the man who buries his ideals, surrendering to the common fate until you burn yourself. Here, burning means not physical burning. Please re understand. All the samskaras and surrender to the common fate. Common fate is God. So the sage is replying. The sage was silent for a moment, then answered obliquely. So sage was just, he remained silent because sage also is very much sensible. He also wanted to give so many inputs to all the public, all the devotees. But who is going to take that? His Holiness Paramapuja Samartha Sadguru Satchidanand Sainath Maharaj from Shirdi in India. He used to say, I have tons of spiritual treasure, but no one is there to ask it. No one is there to seek it. No one is there to take it. To whom should I? Just imagine, there are so many people who have benefited by serving Shirdi Sainath. But what to do? He himself told this, I have spiritual treasure. No one is ready. So, in that way, every sage is expecting the same from all the masses, that you behave sensibly and keep moving spiritually. You have not understood the life properly because they know knowledge, wisdom. So, so awareness, knowledge, wisdom, three levels. We all remain in awareness state. That has to lead to knowledge. Now, that knowledge, only acquiring knowledge will not help. Acquiring knowledge and application of that knowledge, then only spirituality. Then it turns into wisdom, taramate. Then this Agna chakra will open. It's not that easy because every time it spins. The Mahavayu, we call it as life-tron energy, life force energy. Mahavayu. The Mahavayu will always in sleeping state, Nidrana state, in Muladhara, Svadhisthana, and Manipura. We have to bring it back to Anahata. So, Appa says, yes. Why the answer was very oblique? Instead of directly answering, he actually wanted to help the masses. But the sage has redirected the conversation entirely inward. That is the reason he did not say. Because Yogda Maharaja is asking, what is your suggestion, sir? What is your sympathy for these bewildered masses? He did not say anything. But sage immediately jumped onto the psychological knot, the issue of psychological issue of the humanity. So how? So sage was not trying to directly address the public or masses. He has that kindness to give the information to every human being, but he also doesn't know whether people will accept it or not. But the seer, slowly, the sage has steered the conversation toward a philosophical observation about humanity's selfish motive. So that is the reason he said, you better focus on deep internal aspect of human nature, of your own self, rather than outward. So here, Seer was telling us that complete detachment, spirituality is detachment. And spiritual perspectives on human suffering and potential, rather than offering a conventional answer about sympathy or pity. He says that no, it is for everyone. But until you try to progress, no one can help you. You have to do the job, spiritual job. Like the way we are working for our own life, the same way for God also we need to work. There is no exception. That is the reason we are going to relearn Lahiri Mahashaya. When he met Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja in Raniket, what did he say? Lahiri, of course, he did not mention Lahiri. So the Purva Ashram, that means the former name was used. That's what Yogda Maharaja said. He said, Lahiri, whenever you wish, I will come to you, like that he said. So what did Lahiri Mahashaya does? He called him to showcase Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja to his colleagues and friends. Then Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja came, he broke all the walls, just appeared, not physically broken. He just walked into the room where no barrier was there. Then immediately he started telling Lahiri Mahashaya, for these people did you call me? Is it so? For this reason? So now Lahiri, no, upon my wish only I will come to you. Like that Maharaja, Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja said. So he was telling that it is not that easy to go or progress spiritually. Now, to love both the invisible God, repository of all virtues, and visible man, apparently possessed of none, is often baffling. So he started continuing the satsanga. To love both the invisible God and repository of all virtues and visible man, apparently possessed of none, is often baffling, but in genuinity is equal to the maze. What relearning. He says that love both the invisible God, repository of all virtues, and visible man, apparently possessed of none, is often baffling. So he says, Yogda Maharaja and the satsanga which is taking place between the seer or sage and Yogda Maharaja is very simple. That it is, there is a unity in the human kind, human nature, or all the human minds. Selfish motive. So, selfishness is our baseline. The moment a human being is born, so of course, after getting some little awareness, after crawling and all, after the boyhood, slowly they will get on to the, by default, the baseline will become selfishness. So, Yogda Maharaja says to relearn that, O Jaya Nama Guna Sankeerthana and disciples of Samasta Guru Mandali, relearn and break and become free from this emotional prison, the selfishness. Lasting humanity or human unity is found of looking below the ego to find out shared divine essence. So Yogda Maharaja says, to find a real peace, person must expand their sense of identity from I to me and then mine. So here how that means how it can be interpreted. So expand the sense of the identity from I. I am not doing. Me, what should I do? Nishkama Seva, service without expectations. And mine, God is mine. Everyone is mine. That is universal consciousness. Look at that. How importantly Yogda Maharaja is telling us. So, some small relearning is, if we have expectations, expectations is equal to ego. Someone can write, expectations is equal to ego. Expectations is equal to ego. Ego, ego. No expectations is equal to go. Oh, how good. Expectations is equal to ego. No expectations is equal to go. So where we are going? Towards Bhagwan, towards Godhead, towards the holy feet of Guru or God. See that. So, Appa says that inner research soon exposes a unity of all human minds, the stalwart kinship of selfish motive. That's what Yogda Maharaja says. So, we have to burn I. Expectations, any expectations is ego, whatever it is. But it will be never seen as expectation because we paint it. Human nature is, we will paint that as a common cause or selfless cause. We'll try to protect our ego. That's what Yogda Maharaja says. So we have to continue that any expectation is equal to ego. No expectation is equal to go. Go to or spiritually proceed. Oh, lot of time. Oh, Satsanga, now Nama Japa, lot of days. Please write Jaya Paramahamsa Yogananda Maharaja. Jaya Paramahamsa Yogananda Maharaja. Lord Ganesha is very, very happy. Amma says Shravanamasa, very, very prashastya. That means very, very, very prominent month in Indian calendar. Shravana Masa. Good. श्रीराजराजेशि कुरु सत्कृपा श्रीचक्रवासासि हृदि मे वसा श्रीराजराजेशि कुरु सत्कृपा श्रीचक्रवासासि हृदि मे वसा श्रीराजराजेशि कुरु सत्कृपा श्रीचक्रवासासि हृदि मे वसा श्रीराजराजेशि कुरु सत्कृपा Sri Chakra Vasasi Hrudi Me Vasa Vishalabha Vilasini Navachakram Vasini Vishalabha Vilasini Navachakram Vasini Sadaiva Tattat Suraswarupe Bhaktali Devi Sadaiva Tattat Saraswarupe Bhaktali Devi Shri Raja Rajeshi Kuru Satkrupa Sri Chakra Vasasi Hridi Me Vasa Shri Raja Rajeshi Kuru Satkrupa Sri Chakra Vasasi Hridi Me Vasa Vishalabha Vilasini Navachakramta Vasini Vishalabha Vilasini Navachakramta Vasini Sadaiva Tattat Suraswarupe Bhaktali Devi Sadaiva Tattat Suraswarupe Bhaktali Devi Sri Raja Rajeshi Kuru Satkrupa Sri Chakra Vasasi Hridi Me Vasa Devi Chakra Samaikyam Me Chetasi Bhavayami Devi Chakra Samaikyam Me Chetasi Bhavayami Chakra Brahmandaikyam Sa Chitte Nidadami Chakra Brahmandaikyam Sa Chitte Nidadami Ajanda Pindam Dayorabedam Bhave Gadam Chintaya Ajanda Pindam Dayorabedam Bhave Gadam Chintaya Manosha Devya Abedaridim Pranaspandai Tharaya Manosha Devyam Abedaridim Pranaspandai Tharaya Shri Raja Rajeshi Kuru Satkrupa Sri Chakra Vashashi Hridi Me Vasa Shri Raja Rajeshi Kuru Satkrupa Sri Chakra Vasasi Hridi Me Vasa Nada Karatano Shiva Vama Shariragate Nada Karatano Shiva Vama Shariragate Vagardakare Bahu Vedante Pravichare Vagardakare Bahu Vedante Pravichare Shive Sada Vidakrute Kadamukha Shanmukha Bhayapahe Shive Sada Vidakrute Kadamukha Shanmukha Priyapahe Tadartha Rupe Tamartha Deepe Sachidanande Bhayapahe Tadartha Rupe Tamartha Deepe Saidanande Bhayapahe Tadartha Rupe Tamartha Rupe Babaji Nande Bhayapahe Tadartha Rupe Tamartha Deepe Apajinanda Bhayapahe Sri Raja Rajeshi Kuru Satkrupa Sri Chakra Vashashi Hridi Me Vasa Sri Raja Rajeshi Kuru Satkrupa Sri Chakra Vasasi Hridi Me Vasa Sri Raja Rajeshi Kuru Satkrupa Sri Chakra Vasasi Hridi Me Vasa Hari. These holy kirtans are experienced by His Holiness Paramapuja Avatar Avadhuta Jagadguru Shri Dapta Ganapati Sachidananda. He brought all these kirtans from Sukshma and Karana Lokas. They will stimulate immediately all 72,000 astral nerves and help the all the nadis, including Sushumna. Very, very important. Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna Nadi. Very, very important astral nerves. So Appa says, you keep doing these kirtans. Like that he says. So Sri Raja Rajeshi Kuru Satkrupam. O Mate Raja Rajeshwari. The highest order. In Tantra Shastra also we have relearned, isn't it? Dasha Mahavidya. The first supreme Mahiti Pranashakti Mate Raja Rajeshwari. So, O Mate Raja Rajeshwari Kuru Satkrupam. Please bestow, please bestow all of us Sat Krupa. Sat means truth. O Mate, please bestow peace and bless us with Sat, truth. Shri Chakravase Hrudame Vasa, like or Hrudime Vasa, where you are residing in the holy Sri Chakra, that is Sumeru. The last dip is Mate. That is Sahasrara, nectar. Okay, that is another Satsanga. Hrudime Vase. But where you are residing, you are the form of compassion. You are in hearts of everyone Oh Mate, please bless. Like that, Kuru Sakrupa. We have to pray every day. Why we have to pray every day? Because Babaji Maharaj is blessing us. Why is blessing? Because not only is our family member, we also family members of Mahavatar Babaji Maharaj. Jaya Nama Guna Sankeerthana is a vehicle of Samasta Guru Mandali. So Babaji Maharaj is very happy. Why? Because Shivaya Gurave Rudraya Namaha. 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 Namah Shivayom, Namah Shivayom, Namah Shivayom, Namah Shivayom. Namah Shivayaom, Namah Shivayaom, Shivaya Gurave Babajiye Namaha, 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 Shivaya Gurave Rudraya 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 Namaha, Namah Shivayom, Namah Shivayom, Namah Shivayom, Namah Shivayom, Namah Shivayom, Namah Shivayom, Shivaya Gurave Rudraya Namaha, 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 Shivaya Gurave Rudraya Namaha. Hari. While we chant the God's name, whoever the God, whoever the Guru, no dualism. My Guru is great, your Guru is not, like that we shouldn't say. All Gurus have form and they are formless. God is, if you pray, is with form, even without form. So every religion is same. Every religion's ultimate aim is realize God. So when we chant the mantra, inner that energy should come, vibration, and we have to run into tears. Then only the real God blessing. So Jagadguru Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa Maharaja says, one, by practicing spiritual austerities continuously, ceaselessly, and finally he becomes righteous or righteous. And if while chanting he runs into tears, that is the final life, final janma. But how difficult to get run into tears by telling the God name? Oh, it will come if you purify. Oh, sorry. Ego, Shivana ego. No, sorry. Appa says, purify. Every day purify. Then only we have to, it will come. You have got a doubt. Yes. Experience. So you'll run into tears. Every Rome, that means not Rome means that Paris or Rome, means every blood particle of our body will visport. That means they get stimulated and present us with that vibration. level next. Okay, no problem. Shivana, we may forget all the disciples, the devotees of Jaya Nama Guna Sankeertana. Of course, any devotee. There is nothing like only devotees of Jaya Nama Guna Sankeertana across globe. All the devotees and disciples. So today, our humble request is His Holiness Paramapuja Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja blessed us to do Sri Ramakrishna Paramsa Maharaj blessed us to do a spiritual labor for 8 hours on Saturday by Lagunyasa Shivarudra Mantra Sameda Abhisheka, Samuhika group chanting and group bath ritual to Lord Shiva. Babaji Maharaja will feel very happy. So, no money is charged. Please understand. In lifetime, Shivana will never ask you money. Shivana will die on that day. Shivanna will never take anything from any devotee. If that is final, because Shivanna promised. Shivanna is getting some money, contented, happy, no problem. And third, Shivanna will never use a network. Please understand that after coming to bhajans or satsanga, Shivana may ask some money after 5 years or 3 years. In lifetime, Shivana will never ask you. Make this word before Mahatma Babaji Maharaja and Appaji. So please don't think like that. Oh, one or other day he will put a QR code. That is the day he dies. Shivana will try to the best to have a contented life, and that is the interest of Shivana. What to do? So that is the interest, doing bhajans and doing satsanga like that. No problem. So all the devotees can participate because there is no divyam karmam. No assignment is needed outside. Every year Shravana Masa we do two Rudrabhishekas. One at our home. Our home means not Shivana home. It is your home. Our Jaya Nama Guna Sankeertana home. So here one, and one is outside. Outside one of the devotees. Actually, the devotee is following since long, long time. Shivana also doesn't know Mahavatar Babaji because he was praying inner. Every day is praying to Babaji and Lord Shiva. Babaji Maharaja bless. Until now, wherever Rudrabhisheka takes place, Shivana 50% and the host member was 50%. The all the commercials like food, that to this. This time 25% and 75%. Shivana told to the host member. Because Shivana doesn't have black money. That is interest. So Shivana requests that if possible from 10:30 a.m. it will start on Saturday, August 15th, Shravana Masa Saturday. So as it progresses, we also don't know what Taramate will do. Taramate, Shiva, Lord Shiva, Babaji Maharaja will be very happy. So one important thing is no networking, no palaver until it is asked, no talking that to this. So simply everyone will come, join, sit, enjoy the vibrations because Babaji blessing. So after that, till 1 or 1:30, we don't know how it goes, but itinerary, the program is, the seva is that till some pre-lunch, the Abhisheka, post-lunch bhajans, till 5, 6, we don't know. It depends purely upon divine blessings. Who are we? Even to utter God name, we should be present, number one. We should be blessed. It is impossible. So, if possible, no force. If possible, you can join. If new devotees are there, they can write mail to jayanamaguna@gmail.com asking address. Then Jayanamaguna Sankeertana Gmail will send you the address. Good. Lord Ganesha is very, very happy. Any doubts? Yeah, please ask any doubts. One more thing. We will try. Someone is asking to put up a live. If possible, we'll put up a live. If live is made, uh, every devotee, please write your family member's name and Gotra. Because in Abhisheka, we will chant your name also. Of course, we will do with Jaya Nama Guna Sankeertana name. You are always there, but for our heartful felt satisfaction, Babaji Maharaj also will feel very happy. He will also listen to us. Na? So you can write your name, Gotra, on whom the Abhisheka. No commercials. After Gotra, Shivana will ask some 100 rupees, 50 rupees. No, 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 no. No. It is a service given to Shivana. That what Shivana feels. That is service to God. So our devotees will feel very happy. So no money is charged. Please understand. No commercials. Not only now, till my lifetime, till Shivana lifetime. Take my word. This is Babaji Maharaja blessing. So don't worry about that, because otherwise it is everywhere some or the other way. Okay, no comments, no criticism. So for Jaya Nama Guna Sankirtana exclusively, you can write Babaji Maharaja will feel happy. We will chant Gotra name and the- your names for some time. And I mean, not I. This bloody I, from where it will come, we don't know. Shivana will uh, perform as per the instructions of Bahadar Babaji Maharaja. You can write on that day if live is there. Live will be there, Shivana thinks, because internet connection, that to this is always, I think it is there in the host members place. Very nice of it. Oh, it's getting late. Dattanugraha. So we have to say, Om Aim Rim Shim Shivaramanaga Dattaya Namaha. Datta. Datta. Everyone feel happy. You are sitting in Satsanga. That itself is the biggest boon. You will not, we will understand later. So please, very, very happy. Samasta Guru Mandali ki jai. Oh, Taramata is asking. Taramata ki jai. Taramata ki jai. Anaga Datta Maharaj ki jai. Jaya Nama Guna Sankeertana ki jai. Jaya Nama Guna Sankeertana ki jai. Jaya Nama Guna Sankeertana ki jai.